Well, first of all, it's for me the first time to attend this summer campus, so it was quite an experience for me. But like I said at the beginning of my presentation as well, being here in Kazan, which is a very old historic city, but also with a very prosperative future, talking to students from many different countries, I think that's a great opportunity for me, because I love to teach with people and to work with people. And also the topic I was talking about today, conflicts of interest, is something that is close to my heart. So from that perspective, it's a fantastic experience for me. I suggest share my presentation on the internet, because it's for free, everybody can use it. And what I was talking about was basically conflicts of interest, but you have to know the origin of conflicts of interest. So I started by talking about ethics, ethical behavior. I touched upon identity, because in the end I think your personal identity determines how you behave ethically, and that's, well, in the end determines how you deal with dilemmas, and specific dilemmas are conflicts of interest. So that was something I was talking about. And what I told to the people is basically that conflicts of interest happen many times in your life, and it's not always easy to deal with them. It's easy now to talk about it because we are together and there's not a real life situation. But if you get into a situation of a conflict of interest, and I touched upon fraud as well, you can see that people start to behave differently. In order to prevent people from doing so, there are a couple of things you can do. But the most important thing that I would like to highlight is basically my little checklist of ethical decision making. First of all, you need to know for sure what your problem really is. And then you have to think about the stakeholders, who is involved. You need to think about law and ethical rules that may come into play when it comes to this specific issue. You have to consult with people, talk to people. What do you feel? What should I do? And then you have to make a decision. This is how I'm going to solve this issue for me. And if you know how you want to solve it, you can also think about the downside of your solution. So how can I mitigate the downside elements that come with my solution? And lastly, of course, you need to evaluate. I did this whole process, I made the decision, I executed, and well, was the result what I expected it to be? And if that's the case, you made the right decision. If that's not the case, well, then you have to do it differently sometime else. So that's what it is. Yeah? Okay, you're welcome.